You are now listening to the Inner Circle Podcast Network.
Hashtag no offense uses strong language and is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised. Hashtag no offense.
Trying to tell if I... No, we're good. I was going to say trying to tell if I can hear the fan in the background, but it's awfully warm in here, so I want to...
It's fine.
Have some fan. No, it's good.
We're just professional. We're not complete professional.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We're not Joe Rogan professional, so it's okay if it's a little fan noise in the back.
That's what it is, man.
It wasn't as cold today.
I wasn't sure if we were going to even record this week.
Well, I was asking you, and then Friday was Christmas. Saturday you wanted NBA 2K or 4K. What K is it?
4K.
Yeah. Whatever.
No, 4K is the TV you need to buy.
Okay, let's stop right there. I think you've gotten enough things lately. So why is Sam PC motherfucking you lately?
I don't know.
You have to know. Is it because you're big and white?
I don't know. No, I can't do anything right, dude. Every time I fucking say something, it's wrong. Every time I do something, it's wrong. Every time I fucking have an opinion about anything, it's fucking wrong. I don't know what to do.
Because you're white.
You know what? 2/3 of that show is also white.
You're going to be the next one to get smacked with an iced tea.
Dude, I sent Adam so many memes of that. Did you see them all?
No.
Bro.
I saw a picture that had if the officer asked if you have any weapons, and then you
that's one of them.
You open your glove box and it's a can of Twisted Tea.
There's a remix already.
Oh no.
I'll show you the memes while we're in here.
Okay.
That's a
no.
That's a Call of Duty screen.
That'd be funny if that was an actual thing. So you think you're a man with that Twisted Tea can in your hand?
Remember that at the end of Friday when he had the gun and he was going to shoot Debo? Mm-hmm.
I like how he's holding a bag of grapes. Oh no. You can't do that to Lucille.
The internet is undefeated.
That's funny because he was the winner of that Masked Singer for season 1. T-Pain was.
Maybe this will all just be in the show. Do you get that one?
Give him the old razzle dazzle. That's what I say about you, because that's where you go for a haircut.
And the dude is M.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh shit! Look at this.
I don't really get that one.
This Lady and the Tramp eating the spaghetti because the two are going to meet in the middle.
That's not funny.
I thought it was funny.
That's not funny. There's not even violence. That thing. $5.99.
Academy Sports Outdoors. It's a gun page.
That's funny. Yeah, because the ones we saw were like $600. How hard you gonna hit it? Oh shit!
I really hope they were recording when they called me earlier. I really fucking hope that they brought all this up.
Do you think anyone wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys?
That's from Napoleon Dynamite. You gotta say it in his voice.
I tried.
You failed.
Well, go back to that.
What?
They couldn't do it to the mirror reflection?
That's the bat.
It should be Twisted Tea all the way around.
All the way around? Even on the butt?
It's American flag all the way around. Napoleon does not say that line.
Oh, attachment unavailable on the remix.
Maybe that one was just too dumb.
Oh, no. I've seen it other places.
I don't know.
God damn it. No, fuck, now I gotta Google it.
9 Inch Nails remix?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of remixes.
Racist drunk Karen guy?
There's a lot of remixes. This is the one I was looking for.
Of course it's on Reddit.
I'm the same nigga all day, every day. Are you kidding me? Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Where you from? Where the fuck you from, nigga? You from here? Get the fuck out of here, you a clown, nigga. Oh God, you a clown, nigga. You from here? You a clown. What, you gonna smack me with that? Smack.
He put out his Bud Lights or whatever he has.
Smack me, nigga. Come on, yeah. Drop it.
Oh! Oh! the best I've ever seen. I'm waiting for all these like auto tunes to come out, and then it's fucking Blues Traveler or whatever.
For sure, Dave Matthews.
Yeah, that guy. Same difference.
Same difference?
Except for, one's a fat guy that plays harmonica and one's a skinny dude with no hair.
Yeah. You know what? When I was security guard at the theater in Chicago when I was a teenager, I got to see Dave Matthews Band, and I wasn't a fan, but the concert was great, and it at least made me get a appreciation of them. Because there was like fucking 30 of them all on stage playing violins and fucking playing instruments. I didn't even know what they were and shit, and they were rocking it.
That's why it's called Dave Matthews Band and not Dave Matthews Solo.
Oh, is that why?
Can I open my beer?
Yeah, I guess we'll start it now, huh?
Sure. All right, so I picked up this...
Well, if you want to lunge into it, announce the show.
Oh, hello. Welcome back to another
This is
episode.
an actual program here. To give it at least a loose structure, please.
Well, sorry. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Hashtag No Offense Show. I am the Duchess, and I am joined by my lovely co-host, Lunchbox, and this is episode 160?
159. I'm not counting minibus.
Oh, so okay, 159. And we are drinking this beer.
Where can they go? HTNOS.com
and all the socials, they know this shit. Okay, so back to the beer.
Why is it purple?
I don't know. Well, it has mushrooms
chocolate
on it.
covered cherry.
Well, let me fucking read.
Well, you're not doing a good job of reading.
You keep interrupting me to
did
tell
not.
me what I didn't do right.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're gonna do this? Oh, you're gonna do that? Oh, you're gonna do this?
I wish I sounded like that.
No, you don't. So this is called Serenity Now, Insanity Later. I picked it up at the liquor store when I was going to get my tequila for, no, was it tequila? No, it was vodka for my Christmas party at work that I made Jello shots for.
Hey, you just a whole drunk.
Yep. So it has chocolate-covered cherry-inspired sour ale with milk sugar. And I liked it because the label is really cool. And I've gotten other beers by this brewery.
Who? Oh, it's Hidden Springs?
I think so. Is that what it's called? Doesn't say on here.
Hidden Springs Ale Works.
Okay. Well, I've gotten other beers by them because I think that their artwork's amazing.
I was literally just going to say, whoever designs their labels, I mean, like, you hook Dutch, so, I mean, you at least got one.
Dude, it's great. And I love their pineapple one.
This is all, like, tattoo-inspired stuff. Look at right next to the praying hands where it says Serenity Now. You see those cherries?
Yeah.
That's what you've been wanting to get for a tattoo
Dude,
for, like, 20 fucking years.
I almost got them on the back of my neck when I went to Ybor City for one of my birthdays, and I was too drunk to get tattooed, so I fell down the stairs.
That was a blessing in disguise, I think.
It was, because I would be... Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, I think that there's a better placement, like, options than behind your neck, because then once your hair goes down, you can't see it.
Right, but I was also thinking, because my weight is so yo-yo-y, that I was trying to put tattoos places where I'm not going to gain any weight.
What, you can't get a thick neck?
I hope not.
With 2 C's.
I think that you would appreciate next to the bird, it's a UFO with a beam, but it also can double as a mushroom.
Yeah, I do. I see that. Mm-hmm. I like the double entendre.
Yeah. Check.
Yeah, so this is the Hashtag No Offense Show. We are back. We are late, but I don't give a lot of fucks because it was Christmas.
The holidays.
Yeah, it was Christmas, and I was gone the weekend prior, so, we were just taking some time and spending some time together. My day job had me working on the weekend, so, it was just a little jumbled any fucking way. But we're back. We're here, as my wife and co-host said, HTNOS.com, HTNOS on all the socials. We'll pay bills right off the top.
Yeah, let's do the ad.
Yeah, just right off the top.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Always fuck you, Kyle. Always fuck you, Kyle. Speaking of which, thank you to the people that did send me the DMs with the secret phrase. The other episode for the HTNOS bracelet, I got to send those out tomorrow to a couple of people who are going to be able to fucking sport the new colors.
Nice.
So
let me guess. Could you say who won?
If you want.
Was it DJ?
He was one of them.
And Joby?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
Do I know the other person?
Yeah.
Was it Riley?
Yes.
Okay.
Only a handful of entries, so the odds were pretty good.
Right.
And those two gentlemen are, I'd go so far as to say super fans. They text me when there's no show. We talk privately even outside of podcasting. So, I assumed that they were going to be front and center for the bracelets, but,
That's cool.
Damn, that is tart. It gets my mouth feeling all fucking puckery.
Well, I gave you some water.
Thank you.
It says it's a sour ale.
It is a fucking sour.
I love sours. My favorite one is Cigar City's, what is it?
Margarita Ghost.
Yeah, that. It kind of smells like chicken soup, but it tastes really good.
This is a bad bit of news, but I just read it right before we recorded, and we're talking beers now, and it just popped into my head. friends of the show, Four Stacks Brewing, just announced 36 minutes ago that they are closing.
Even the one at Apollo Beach?
They're closing, period. Four Stacks is closing down because of COVID. Yeah, it said they were faced with the forced shutdown when we got shut down, and then when they came back, the business never really came back around.
Right,
and
because you still have to limited capacity, and then, you know, we only got $600 to get through a pandemic, so.
Well, I mean, small business is a little bit different looking, but even still, they were buying their time hoping, you know, that things were going to turn, and then, I mean, they just ran out of time. So, unfortunately, that's another one that bites the dust. And we did get a chance to actually record the show there many moons ago. I think it was like episode 32 or something, like way back in the early stages of the show, and meet the brewers and talk to them for a little while. And they're super cool people, and we used to go as often as we could. So, I mean, that was a little bit of bad news.
Yeah, that really sucks. They were really the first like craft beer that I enjoyed. I think it was the watermelon wheat.
I believe you're right.
And I was never a beer drinker before that, and then you have brought some home for me to try, and I just loved it, and that opened my eyes to a lot of different things that I drink now. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here drinking this.
4 years ago, you wouldn't have been walking through Total Wine and just happened to pick up a 4-pack and bring it home yourself. Like, you would try things that I maybe would bring home to the house or whatever, and you would take a sip and then I would drink the rest, but now you're actively making purchases.
Right. I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Because, I mean, like, I don't know, wine is always your thing. You do your little mixed drink shit every once in a while. I mean, fuck.
Well, wine was just easy, and it was sweet, and it was simple.
I'm not talking about you drink like fucking obscure, grape years like fucking Adam Simmons would get his dick hard for. I mean, like, you're drinking $6.99 bottles of Barefoot from Walmart, I mean, that's, when I say wine, it's very loose.
Yes, 100%.
But even still, I mean, this is a little bit better.
I never
glad you're with me.
drank for a long time, and then I didn't know what to get, so I started drinking whiskey sours, and it was basically just sour mix with a little bit of whiskey. So it's like
I remember. You used to go through amaretto like a son of a bitch.
I loved amaretto. The Di Serrano was my favorite, and then I would drink that with the sours too. But I'm just like, I was never one to branch out on my own to try to make drinks because I just wasn't that person. Now I'm like making rosemary simple syrup to make margaritas at my work. It's just something that I think I've really grown to love. And I feel like, our buddy Adam Simmons is a PCO and it's an art form. I feel like drink making is also an art form.
Oh, for sure is. I mean, it's become that way.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of where I've become in my alcoholism.
Yeah, you're my favorite alcoholic. That being said, hashtag No Offense Show is sponsored by Hemp Bombs CBD, the Tampa Legend, sponsoring the Tampa Legends, the official CBD of the hashtag No Offense Show. Hemp Bombs are specifically formulated to provide consumers with a quality CBD product at an affordable price. Many benefits of CBD and Hemp Bombs include reduced anxiety, increased sense of relaxation, reduction of aches and pains, mood enhancement, deeper, more restful sleep. Hemp Bombs come in a wide variety of different products, including oils, gummies, suckers, vapes, and even products for your pet. Use code HTNOS, that's HTNOS, at hempbombs.com. Save 20% on your entire order and chill the fuck out.
Yep.
Shout out to Hemp Bombs for sponsoring the Plunging for a Cure. It's actually Plunging for a Cause. Yeah, but Riley turned it into a little joke for me because I said cure, and he was like, "It's fucking cure now, player."
Nice.
So they sponsored Riley's event last week, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Because there's no cure for...
There's no cure for the plunge. We're also sponsored by Onnit.com. Onnit is a health and fitness juggernaut dedicated to delivering complete and total human optimization. Through a wide array of products and supplements, Onnit combines cutting-edge science, earth-grown nutrients, and time-tested strategies to help people reach their peak performance. They got the Alpha Brain. They got the New Mood. They got the Shroom Tech. They got the gut health. The workout equipment. All the good things that you need in the new year and beyond to try to help you become the best you that you could be. They got things for your mind, things for your body, and those things being in alignment will help this soul. Yep. So whatever you choose to make yourself a better version of yourself, go to onnit.com. That's ONNIT.com. Use code HTNOS. Save 10% on whatever you land on.
Yeah, with this being Christmas this last week, I made lasagna, turkey, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes. I made all kinds of food.
I'm so uncomfortably full.
That's what I mean. So, like last night, I just felt gross. I sat in a hot bathtub. We've been eating leftovers for a couple days. And I'm like, you know what? I took a baggie of the gut health.
Yeah.
And I put one of those magnet things on my stomach.
Jason's going to be so mad at me.
And the next morning, I felt great. I wasn't bloated anymore. It would just make me feel better.
You know, when I was up north with the boys, Adam gave me one of the total human or total primate, packs, the day packs and the night packs that they give the free trial for that we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. And I tried the day pack, and I took it right before we were leaving to go to the stream, so about 11 o'clock, and then, things spiraled, and we were back home by like 2 or 3, so, it wasn't, like, that long, and standing in Jason's kitchen, I was like, it was like a lightning bolt struck my veins, like, I was dancing, I was fucking shadow boxing with Christina, I was fucking dancing around on everybody, like, I was just, like, on cloud 9, and Adam just looked over to me and was like, kind of amazing what happens when you put good things in your body, huh?
Right. I totally agree, because I don't think that we eat enough fruits and vegetables, and that's why we need to supplement. And I feel like that's why we're tired all the time.
Yeah, I'm extra fucking tired. Like this time of year, especially with the early nights and everything, like I'm just dragging ass more so than normal. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm going to get some of that total primate because that really, like I said, that's like a lightning in a bottle, man. Like I got the good jolt. I didn't try the nighttime pack, so I don't know how they go, synergistically, but or cyclically.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
That was an Easter egg because I said the word cyclical more than any human should ever say the word cyclical in such a short amount of time last weekend.
Okay, well, I don't even know what that means. So.
Like the Terminator.
I don't know what that is.
Time cop.
Nope.
You don't know Time cop?
I don't think so.
So what's up?
Nothing. Where do you want to start? Your fucking trip? You got a new Xbox? What do you want? Where do you want to start?
I feel like it's been a while since I sat down with you and we did this.
Well, it has been.
I don't know how to do it. And then
shut up. You got notes. You got notes.
Sometimes I want you to lead. Just because I know how to dance, sometimes I want you to lead.
I'm a woman. I'm supposed to stand behind you.
You are a woman. You're supposed to stand side by side with me, arms locked like fucking Friday Night Lights going off for the coin toss.
I'm just kidding anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, first thing I had on here was just New Hampshire because this past weekend, a week ago, is when I went up north to meet the boys for the live stream that unfortunately got the plug pulled on it.
COVID sucks.
Yeah. At this point, it's probably old news to anybody that's listening to this show, but because we recorded still a plethora of fucking shows that have been released over the last week or 10 days or whatever. Mm-hmm. And no, the story goes, we got there on Friday. It started Friday night at 7. Mm-hmm. We went over to help set up. Riley picked up Adam and I from the airport, and we went over to the place to set up, which is a really cool place. He rented like an office space this year and had a stage for bands and everything. Yeah, it was fucking dope, man.
Yeah, that one dude that played the guitar was good.
Fucking really cool. Oh, you watched a little bit of it?
Mm-hmm. I go in and out.
Yeah, if I was at home, that's how I'd do it. I had it on the TV the entire time last year, and I slept on the couch so I could watch it, and it was, like I told Riley, strangely comforting.
Yeah, I would just, plug it up on my phone or whatever while I'm scrolling through and then watch, and then the guy started singing, so then I'd, make it bigger or whatever.
See what's up?
Yeah.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we helped him set up, and then Joe B from the Joe B Show on the Joe B Network came and picked us up and took us to Jason Almey's house where, we stayed for the night or whatever, and recorded a few shows, just kind of getting in the mood, getting practice. And
revved up.
In spite of everything, that could quite possibly be when the best moment of the weekend happened.
Are you sure it's the best moment?
For everybody but Jason. Jason feels absolutely horrible.
As he should.
Guess what? Here's the thing. I'm just so happy it wasn't me.
Yeah, because you have diarrhea of the mouth a lot.
No, well, there's a lot of things here. Number one, I'm stupid. I really am. It would never occur to me. I would just be in the moment, just trying to be funny. Just do what I do, and I would do it.
Yeah.
Number two, I do say that word, not, meaning anything behind it, just because, I'm a product of the fucking 90s. And
the word gay, it's the same thing. You say retard just
we're not supposed to anymore. We're not supposed to anymore. And I limit it.
What do you mean? Nothing has sexual preferences anymore.
How dare you assume the gender of that thing that you don't like?
Right.
But that's why, because it's got a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. You're saying it in a negative manner, and that's why it's not acceptable anymore. I limit my exposure to the word retard. I do. I don't say it
when you're half retarded, it's hard.
See, and I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm grandfathered in, so I'm taking it back. It's like that person that is like, well, my sister's gay, so I can say it. And I'm like, can you know? It really doesn't mean anything to you, but whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
We were in Jason's basement recording a episode of his show, Shit Happens When You Party Naked. And
obviously shit happens when you're just around him.
We were just sitting around talking, and the stream was going on. We had it on the TV behind us, and we saw what they were doing, and their phone lines were open, so we decided to call. And beforehand, we prefaced it. We were like, look, this is a benefit for the Special Olympics. Don't say anything stupid. And within seconds, what is the one thing that you probably shouldn't say on a benefit for the Special Olympics?
Retard.
Yeah, and within seconds, guess what Jason Almy said? Not once, but twice.
How many retards can you fit in a room to raise money for retards?
I showed you the clip, yeah?
Yes.
Because that episode has still yet to see the light of day, and I've asked Jason numerous times for the audio because I told him I would actually edit it. It's kind of a mess. Like, the whole episode from start to back is just people shitting on him, and I understand. It's tough. He's embarrassed because he didn't intend to do it. But I'm like, look, it's too good. It's too good to not come out. Like, just laugh at yourself. I'll edit it. I'll get it together for you. He just hasn't given it to me. So Joe B, the pot stirrer that he is, went back to the video of Riley's stream and captured just that clip. So I have just that part, because when people have heard these podcasts where we lightly reference it and they're like, well, what happened? What did he say? I'm like, oh, hold on.
Here it is.
Here it is. So shout out to Joe B for making it available.
Are you going to play it?
Oh, would you like me to?
Yes.
Oh.
Why wouldn't we play it after we've talked about it for 5 minutes?
Well, I mean, I wasn't just going to volunteer, but if you want to, I mean, like, I'm at the mercy of my lovely Duchess here.
Nice.
So.
This is Jason Almy and Adam Simmons and Chris Wutsky and Joby of the Joby podcast of the Joby Network.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, they're on the Inner Joby Network, too.
Oh, my God.
We're on the Inner Joby Network, yeah.
This is the Inner Joby Network.
They're like, how many retards can we fit into one podcast? We called another podcast to get more retards onto one podcast.
Dude.
I want to stop it right there because at that point I lock eyes with Joe, and then I do the
mine right now.
I do the and I'm looking at Jason, who is oblivious.
He's oblivious
to what just happened. And meanwhile, over here to my left, Adam's on his phone, not miles away, not even in the conversation, not paying attention to anything, just dicking around on his phone miles away.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's me saying whoa.
Whoa. He said the R word. You said the R word.
Wait a minute.
I do the clip from Sam PC that they play. You said R word. Jason is so still oblivious, he repeats me saying that.
With an Asian accent. With an Asian accent. He's double offensive.
He is quite possibly, on paper, the smartest man in the inner circle. On paper.
Yeah. He's also the most racist, non-racist person that we know.
No, this is plunging for a cause. You're not allowed to say that.
Cool.
That's when Adam figured it out. Okay, so here, let's roll back the tape.
Okay.
Yeah. We called another podcast to get more retards onto one podcast.
Dude.
Whoa. He said the R word. You said the R word.
Wait a minute. No.
That is a solid 10 seconds before Adam goes, wait a minute, this is plunging for a cause.
Oh, this is plunging for a cause. You're not allowed to say that.
Cool.
And Adam was 100% serious.
Yeah, because he just clicked back onto the table.
15 minutes.
And I felt so bad because Riley, you could visibly see the anger in his face.
Hear it.
And it felt like a bit because the way we called up or whatever all together and shit. And I mean, like, we would never do that to Riley intentionally. We like, Jason felt horrible about it. And the fact that we were rolling the tape back and watching it and laughing and rolling on the floor, that only added to it. I mean, poor Jason. That's all.
He's a jackass. So when you put him in a situation, you got to expect him to be a jackass. Because he's in a situation where he's with his friends, he's having a good time, he's not thinking, he's just spewing.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly what it is. He was riding high on just seeing all of us, and we're doing a show, and I mean, like,
normally he'd say retard.
Yeah, he probably would. I mean, being honest, he probably would. But then we could see how bad it made Riley. Like he was very upset about that. And down the line, we found out that was added because like he had just got a situation where like some people came into like his open game that they were playing and were like saying racist shit on the fucking thing, so he had to shut his game down.
No.
Yeah, well,
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? I didn't know that until after the fact. So that was only like, that's why you hear Hunter at the end. I think that was Hunter say, man, the streams had a rough 15 minutes.
Yes.
Because
that's definitely Hunter.
Yeah, it just had the game thing or whatever. So, I mean, now we can laugh about it. Riley was super pissed. I mean, we called back on the same episode of Party Naked and apologized. And I think we called from a different phone so he would answer it.
Right.
But, we got to apologize and everything and tell him, like, look, dude, it wasn't intentional, whatever. And all's well. I mean, Riley knows we don't mean anything behind it, but it was...
He was embarrassed more than anything, I'm sure.
In the moment, dude, it was bad.
But on a good note, he raised more money than he did last year.
Yeah, he tripled his last year's...
didn't even
finish.
Didn't even finish. And
we were coming to close it down.
Right.
I know. It was going till 7:00. We were rolling up. We were going to go on at 12, and like the rest of the day was all the fucking bangers, dude. We were ready to shut that shit down. It was Creatures. It was Party Naked. It was Hashtag. It was fucking. Adam Simmons was coming back. I don't know if he was going to do Sam PC, but like Mikey was there. We were all going to fucking boom, 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 and lock it down and just burn the motherfucker down. We were pumped, dude. We were right because the building was about an hour from Jason's house, and we rode the whole way over there, vibing out with the radio, had the fucking music going, getting pumped and shit, hitting the fucking chairs and woo, woo. And no lie, like 5 minutes away, Riley, my phone rings and it says Riley. And I'm like, what up, dude? Fucking woo. And we're all woohoo and shit. And he's like, dude, I'm having a panic attack. I'm freaking the fuck out. And I've never heard Riley speak like that to me. Yes. Like, if that was Adam, whatever, it's just Tuesday, but like fucking Riley never talks like that.
No, he's the kid that has his shit together, knows what he's going to do. He's always had a plan. And so this wasn't in the plan.
I said, talk to me, Goose. What's going on? And he was like, I just got a call. He said, I just got a call from somebody at my work telling me that I was in close contact this past week with someone that tested positive for COVID. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? Well, he's like, I got to shut everything down. We all got to go get tested now. I'm like, hold on. I don't even know what to say to this right now. Let me put you on speakerphone. I'm going to confer with the Creatures. We're going to group chat you in here and see what the fuck we should do. And, long story short, he ended up having to pull the plug. And they've since tested. Everyone that was there tested, and everyone's negative. So, I mean, like, there would have been, in hindsight, no danger anyway. But he was trying to be responsible and do the right thing. I mean, because he had major companies and organizations and shit that he was representing. So, I mean, like, he had to do what he had to do. And no one's faulting him for that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It just sucked because, like...
Well, that's what you went there for, and you didn't even get to do it. Just like when you went there for the Super Bowl show and didn't get to go inside. It's the same thing. Except for you weren't high this time. There were no space cookies.
That you know of.
I found a little pill in your bag. Oh, that is.
That was Shroom Tech, courtesy of Mikey Trudell.
Sure it was.
No, but I mean, like, there's a little conspiracy theory that the news was coming to do a piece on the stream, and Creatures of the Night was coming, and maybe Riley was a little concerned about what we may or may not say on live TV. And
when it comes to Creatures, there's no worries about that.
I'm obviously just joking.
Okay.
I'm just being funny, but
yeah, but they're gonna finish it out in January, so
yeah, hopefully we'll be able to be a part of however they do it with the stream or however they're gonna.
Well, I mean, if you decide to travel back up there in January, if not, then maybe we could just do it from here, and then we can do it together.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to have to happen. I mean, I think in January, things are going to... I mean, fingers crossed, but I mean, I think things are going to tighten up a little bit more in January, and I don't know that we would be able to make the trip.
Coming in?
Yeah, I just...
The 20th or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know how things are going to go. I feel like when we went to New Jersey last time, I feel like we got it in right at the buzzer, and then everything happened.
Probably. Well, it was like my friend Elena was supposed to come down today.
Today, yeah.
And her whole family got tested, and she's the only one so far that doesn't have it. So I was bummed about that, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen her in quite some time.
In at least a couple years. I mean, I don't know when's the last time I've seen her. So she said that she's going to come down the end of January, hopefully. And then I told her I need to go see her because she's just in Atlanta.
Sure.
I'm like, Chris has flown to Boston more times than I've never been to see you. And it's an 8-hour drive.
That's true. And if you go to Atlanta, you can fucking stop by and have dinner with Brooke and Randall.
That is true. Yes.
Because I think they're very close to Elena's actually.
But you know what? With me though, if I went to Atlanta, I would want to bring the kids because I want to go to the aquarium. I hear that the aquarium's like the best in.
So take one of Mikey's Shroom Techs and go to the aquarium by yourself. Why do you want to bring them?
I don't know. Because I'm a mom. That's what I do. I ruin my time to make everybody else's time good times.
Take some illicit substances and go fucking talk to the goddamn whale sharks, dude. Like that's what you need to do.
That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome, right? Now I'm thinking that I'd like to tag along and leave them home. But yeah, shout out to all the shows that did make the trip. and all the shows that did get to perform, actually. I mean, like Dutch was saying, Riley did triple what he did last year. So obviously things were going in the right direction. We were about to close it out strong, fucking really drive things home. And he did a great job. And it hurt my heart to see that it stopped the way it did. Like that's not the way he's supposed to end it. And he's gonna finish it out right, but it's like everything this year. It didn't go according to plan, and it's just kind of, it is what it is.
It's what it is. Yep.
But we did capitalize on the situation, record many shows, so definitely check out the latest Shit Happens When You Party Naked, the latest Failing Hollywood. We did another installment of the James Bond series on Shit Happens When You Party Naked, so that'll be out soon.
There's a mini-sode.
We did Podcast on a Bus, Adam and I, on the way to the airport. That was our last week's episode that came out. The newest Creatures of the Night, the Christmas episode, that we did while we were there. I mean, we banged out a lot of content and made the best of a bad situation.
Sure.
So, I mean,
got to.
Shout out to all those guys, and check out all those shows. And, I mean, thank Riley for putting it on, He's doing good things, man.
He is.
Even though he did pick me and Adam up from the airport and take us straight to a fucking pedophile Euro spot.
No.
He took us into town to get...
What does that even mean? Do they finger the lambs before they put them on the skewer? Like, I don't understand.
I'll show you the logo of this spot, and then I'll show you the logo for the fucking pedophiles.
No.
Yes, it's the same goddamn thing. Ugh. You think Pizzagate only happens at pizza places? This shit's happening in a fucking Euro spot and goddamn Londonderries.
Londonderries.
There's strange things afoot at the Euro fucking spot.
Yeah, by the way, thanks for sending me those houses.
What houses?
You texted me some properties out in Londonderry.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been having a difficult time with my day job, and then I start daydreaming about what it might be like to live in New England.
I used to daydream what it would be like to live in a house like this, and now we do, so you need to get that out of your mind.
Well, I mean, I need to stop having people talking shit to me during the day.
He's old. He's only got a little time left. Just let it ride.
How was your Christmas, madam?
Oh, it was great.
Tell me about your Christmas.
Okay, so first, we opened our stocking stuffers on Christmas Eve, and my dad had sent boxes.
As we do.
So my dad had sent a box for us, so I opened my present, and I had gotten an apron for one of my gifts, and I was so happy about this apron, and you were so mad about
the one
apron.
that your dad sent you, because... Lo and behold, I had one waiting in your stocking for you that you told me months ago that you liked, and I made a mental note of and then ordered for you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny because I'm like, who gets an apron for Christmas, let alone who gets 2 aprons for Christmas?
Somebody that cooks the best food in the world. I mean, like, fuck that turkey. I'm still thinking about.
I love getting stuff for the kitchen. If anybody ever wants to get me anything, it's either something for the kitchen or pajamas. Those are my two favorite things.
That.
I know, because it's not something for me.
Well, I buy you gangster appliances like that fucking mixer I got you a couple years ago. I know, but I feel like I'm just buying an appliance. I don't feel like it's a gift for you.
But it helps me do what I enjoy, and that's cooking and entertaining. Yeah. So it helps me do what I enjoy doing.
Nice. I follow you. I just, when I'm in the store and I'm doing it, I feel like a piece of shit.
And then we were like, oh, we're just going to do stocking stuffers this year. And then I can't ever just stick to stuff. Yours was very Rick and Morty heavy this year. Bitch. He's so funny.
I got this Scary Terry in my stocking and it talks. So
it's so funny. And I love that his chin looks like balls.
Yeah.
And he's like, welcome to your worst nightmare, bitch. I love that dude. He's so funny.
Lucas is like, what's he saying? Like just a lot of things with bitch.
They have a Mr. Meeseeks one. I almost got you that guy, but
no, Terry's the move.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I like Scary Terry.
Yeah, and you got me an all bitch sticker for the laptop.
Your computer, yeah. Or you can put it on the fridge, I guess.
Yeah,
but I also got a griddle. I was very excited about that because then when I make
for the fucking house, for the kitchen or whatever. When I make
pancakes or French toast, I have to do one at a time. So I'm very excited to put multiple pieces of toast on this griddle.
We're so funny though, because we always say, oh, we don't even do Christmas, we don't do presents, we just whatever we want we get. We're adults.
It's true.
Yeah, but then like the week of Christmas, we both fucking produce all these gifts that we don't do for each other.
I know. Well, and then it was just like we've always talked about doing. I guess it's both of us talked about like trying to learn how to shoot. So I looked up the gun courses online and signed you up for a gun course.
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, this is going to be awesome. And then you said you had to work Saturday. And I was pissed. And I'm like, you need to be somewhere. You can't work Saturday.
And lo and behold,
it was Sunday.
Yeah.
And you went all the way up there.
The place is not close to our house either.
No, it's not close to the
like,
house.
I mean, like, DJ would probably be, like, one of the only people that is listening to this that would actually appreciate it. It was in fucking Oldsmar, dude. Like, almost drove to Safety fucking Harbor for this thing.
Yeah.
To walk in and get there 2 minutes prior, rushing through my workday, to get there 2 minutes prior to have the dude go, oh, man, this ain't till tomorrow.
But I'm glad it happened that way, because then I was able to go too.
Yes, and I was glad.
So it worked out
to go too. I was telling somebody today. I was like, man, it was awesome watching Dutch fucking put bullets in a clip, dude. Like sitting there just taking the thing and fucking sliding it down. I'm like, damn, look at her.
And it was hard too, because then they had that little button on the side to help slide down. It's like a Pez dispenser almost.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
when
it's
you put the
spring-loaded,
bullets in or whatever. So it's like I don't have enough finger strength to get it down to put enough bullets in. And then I'm like, they gave you 20 bullets. So I'm trying to shove them all in there, and I'm like, oh, I guess it only holds 10. Because I couldn't get the rest in there.
Well, I mean, you were a good shot, too.
Yeah, I did okay. I got what I needed to get my certification.
Yeah, this is going to sound the wrong way, but I'm just going to say it. I was impressed to see how well you did hit, and it's not because you're a lady or anything like that. It's just because you wear glasses and you can't see for shit.
I can't.
Like you probably can't see me right now when I'm sitting 4 feet from you.
I can see fine, but I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far. So when I'm looking down the scope or the sights or whatever, they're blurry to me. So I don't know how to focus on
that's
it.
a problem because you need to line them up, and like he was saying in the class, if it leans left, you're going to pull left. If it leans right, you're going to pull right.
Right. So I mean, that's what I mean. It's like, what's the next step? Is it just keep practicing and then purchase eventually?
Anything. Yeah, like anything, it's going to take repetition just to get it nailed. I mean, unless you walk up there like me and you just fucking pop it in there and you just pop. I
heard you, and I'm like, he's going to tell you to slow down because they tell you to pull on the trigger slow or whatever, and you're like pop.
Oh no, I was fucking I was Boys in the Hood. I was like, y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah, and I was like, you play way too much GTA. But I think it was a good Christmas. The boys had a good Christmas. It was really science heavy this year for Logan, and man, did he just fucking was it called when you like suck it up or whatever to whatever? Oh, Santa really knows what I like. That son of a bitch. He's been pushing heavy. To come back on the show too, and we'll ask him about Santa Claus and stuff. But I was sitting on the couch. I want to say it was on Christmas, and I was sitting there and I was watching TV or whatever I was doing. And he come around and gave me a hug, and I asked him if he had a good Christmas. Yeah, and he was like, "Man, I kind of got everything I wanted. It's kind of funny how Santa knows exactly what I want." And they gave me like a wink, like a little fucking half smirk and shit. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, he's 11, so he's in that weird stage where I wasn't sure what to get him, but he really likes science, so he had gotten the chemistry set, and he can grow some crystals. But then I'm like, what else can we get him? So bitch got a mini fridge for his room to hold his Dr. Peppers, got him some Dr. Pepper paraphernalia. He really does. But he's a good kid, so, I mean, he deserves most of what he has.
Most.
But I think it was cool. He wanted Legos, the little one wanted Legos, and it wasn't like an overdone Christmas.
Like typically like we do.
Right. I think it was just enough. And we've tried really hard not to do it that way because it gets to the point where shit just sits. It just sits in their room. It doesn't get played with. It ends up in a toy box somewhere. And I really tried to focus on things that they could either use or would have for, a while.
Yeah. No. Or that we could all do together. Yeah. Which, I mean, is a blessing and a curse because, like, I don't know, like, if people know this about me, but, like, this whole slime craze that these kids are in the last few years, I fucking hate it. I hate the smell of it. I hate the feel of it. I hate the fucking process of it. For Play-Doh, too. All that shit.
Doesn't smell.
All that nasty fucking goopy chemical shit that these kids are all like, oh, let's make slime. Fuck that shit, dude. I don't want nothing to do with that, dude. I'll do anything with you. I'm like, well, let's go outside. Let's fucking do something. I'll do anything with you. Why do we have to fucking act like goddamn Mr. Wizard up in here, dude? I am not Bill Nye.
Well, and it's funny as it said slime kit, and it already came with a bunch of little slimes, and then it just had a bunch of shit that you put in the slimes to make it glow in the dark. You put glitter in it, you put these little stupid foam balls, and the dining room table was just an absolute fucking mess. Like,
still is.
Like, yeah, because after I cleaned it, Logan decided that he wanted to make more crystals and do some science projects. Which is why we got him the shit to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess at least he's doing it and he's not just sitting there playing Xbox. So, I mean, like, cool, whatever. Go pretend that you're goddamn Bill Nye. That's fine.
Yeah, for real. Well, then Lucas
or
also
go outside. Lucas got a scooter and shit. So,
yeah,
they were outside. And they're still doing the outside thing despite being fucking public enemy number one around this neighborhood. So, I mean, like, I can't complain. It was a low-key, low-drama Christmas. I got to explain Krampus to my cousin's little girl who's 5. So, I mean, I think I scared the shit out of her. She did look pretty concerned when I told her bad kids get stuffed in a sack and eaten. But, I mean, like I told Lucas, and he was all about it. So, I mean, that's just the difference of kids.
Lucas is such a badass. He probably like, I hope the motherfucker comes to my house. I'll show him who's Krampus. Just because that's how his attitude is.
Yeah.
He's a little shit, man.
It was good, though. I mean, like, everybody knows that, you know, I mean, we've talked about it before. I won't say everybody knows, but we've talked about it before, how we have, you know, kind of a tumultuous family situation, and everything was good, man.
Yeah,
everything went off without a hitch, so, I mean, I can't complain about that.
Sonny really liked my margaritas.
It's good shit. Yeah, it's good shit.
But I mean... But it was funny because my brother FaceTimed me, and he had asked what I got him for Christmas. I told him I got an apron, and he started busting up laughing. And he goes, "You got to look up this skit from Saturday Night Live." And he's like, "It's about this dad and this kid rapping about all the cool shit that they got for Christmas." And the mom comes in and was like, "I got a robe." And then they go back to rapping all this cool shit. And then she's like, "I really love my robe." So when I said I got aprons for Christmas, he said to try to look that up. So why don't you try to look that up?
What is it? Saturday Night Live?
I will Google SNL mom robe song or something like that. I've never heard this before.
Mom, Dad, get up!
Come on, you guys! Wake up!
Get up!
It's
Christmas morning! Let's open up our presents!
Well, I got a Nerf gun.
I got a hat! I got an autographed baseball bat!
I got a telescope.
I got a globe! I got a watch!
And I got a robe.
I got hawk hands! I got a tie!
I got a copy of The Catcher in the Rye. I got a drum set.
I got a phone! I got a pen!
And I got a robe.
I got an outfit pizza oven!
And I got a cameo from Nick Lovin.
I got a hoverboard!
I got a drone.
I got a laptop!
And I got a robe. Thanks for the robe. It's really, really nice. I love this robe, guys. This is great. I got headphones.
I got a wig! We got
This is the whitest shit I've ever seen.
I got a vintage pinball machine!
And I'm gonna make us breakfast in my brand new robe, which I love so much. It's really, really soft. Oh, it's on sale.
I got shades!
We got pairs of rollerblades. I got a Lego Millennium Falcon. And I burned my arm in the oven. It hurt pretty bad, but I didn't even scream because I keep the pain inside of me.
More and more presents! Let's open up our stockings!
Mine has a set of travel games.
Mine is stuffed with candy!
This is fucking long,
Mine has
huh?
a bottle of nice
2
cologne.
minutes.
And mine is completely empty. Just a big flat sock with nothing inside. Only hang it up because it looks kind of weird if it's missing in our picture.
What's this I see?
Hold on, I gotta stop it right there. I gotta stop right there.
Stocking was empty.
Yeah, dude, week of Christmas, I go to put shit in your stocking, and I noticed that we have 4 full stockings, and I was like, well, what the fuck is in your stocking? And you were like, oh, I gave that to the dog.
Because it was so empty.
I bought
it
things
looked
for the
terrible.
dog, so I just put that in there. And I'm like, well, take the dog shit out. I have your shit. Well, I've had things in there. You had
2
our
weeks.
stockings full since like the first week of December.
I know.
Like, and I'm like, well,
That's how I do.
it ain't Christmas yet. Like, why are you writing me off completely? Like, I've have the shit now. I'm putting it in there.
I thought it was funny.
That's funny.
The tree!
Looks like someone's got a big surprise. Oh, you guys really didn't need to get me.
It's presents for the dog!
Holy shit.
He got a bone and a squeaky toy.
Shout out to Saturn.
Because he's a good boy.
So many presents, but he deserves it! And he got a robe!
All right, that's good.
Christmas morning! Let's take a family picture!
John, I don't have any makeup on. I was up until 4 in the morning.
What a great picture! Let's post it on the
Your mom does everything.
This
for
is
you.
like our life.
This year, get her more than one present. Moms like stuff too.
Who touched my piano? It was an accident!
Jesus.
So what'd you think?
I think that's like
Every
a
mom.
skit of our house. That's like what happens here. I took pictures of us, and you're like, no, I hate it. How dare you? I hate it.
I know, I look terrible. I spent all day cooking, and then let's take pictures at the end of the day. I'm all sweaty and shit, and standing in front of the oven. And
Oh, who cares?
obviously, nobody.
Nobody.
But the funny thing is,
That was the whitest fucking clip that I've ever seen.
I like her hair brown. I think it looks good brown.
I was going to say, there's better effects on SNL to make her look fucking hot than there was in Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
What's her name? You like her. Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was in the Bridesmaids.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She was also in that piece of shit fucking Wonder Woman that we watched on Christmas thanks to HBO Max.
Oh my gosh, no wonder why
Do you want
they
to go
put
there?
it out there. Go right
Do you want to
ahead.
get in,
That's
go
fine.
into there? Not to bury that fucking lead, but hey, spoiler alert. The movie fucking sucked. So don't worry about spoiler alerts because it fucking sucked.
Favorite part of the movie, besides the end, was the beginning where she was a little girl and she was like kicking ass in that competition.
Let me tell you what. I made some notes here.
Okay.
Because I wanted to not just say that it sucked, I wanted to have some context to this. Because I know right off the bat, people are going to be like, oh, you just don't like it because it was a woman thing.
No, the first one was fucking great.
First one was really good. I wear my Marvel fandom on my sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a DC guy by any means. I don't like the Batman movies for the most part. I mean, like the newer ones are okay. The old ones are okay. You know, I mean,
I liked Gotham on CW when it was out. I like Batman.
it's always just okay though. I'm never like blown away by any of that shit. It's
Sure.
just it's like it's alright, you know. And the first Wonder Woman was good. That was probably one of the better ones that we've seen. So I had high hopes for this, especially being 1984. You know, it had that Stranger Things season 3 vibe a little bit. You know,
Right.
with the mall and the fucking colors, and I thought it was just going to have that aesthetic to it, and it didn't. And the first thing that you said to me when we turned it on was when the director came up, it was a female's name. And
No, she was the director.
she was like, she had some credit. She wasn't
She's a
director.
producer or
She had
something.
some credit. And I remembered, and I think I told you in the moment too, that after the success of the first one, she was kind of holding out to come back for a sequel until they put a female director in place, and she wanted to have creative control because of inclusion, and you know, like we got to do this for the women and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I get it, but why don't you just focus on making a good movie?
Right,
Like
exactly.
let's start there, and once you nail down the formula of making a good movie, you can sprinkle in all the fucking underlying
Femininity.
agendas that you want to fucking put in there. We'll get the storyline down, we'll get the fucking, you know, the acting down, all that shit, and then you can sprinkle in your agenda. How about that? And I think
Right.
that this was a vehicle for the agenda first.
I don't even know what the story was.
So
There was a crystal that looked like a dildo.
there was this crystal, and it did look like a whole dildo with
It looked
balls,
like a
even
whole fucking like
shaft and balls.
yeah.
Well, no, yeah, it's shaft and
Like,
shocker.
Right. Yeah, like a fucking like
Had the
four
butthole
finger
tickler.
and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
And but I mean, like crystal's gonna hurt in your butt.
Oh, they make glass dildos.
But it had ridges. It was a whole dodecahedron.
I don't know. She Wonder Woman. She can withstand it.
That's true. She threw a lasso around a bolt of lightning, and we were supposed to believe that.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Well, but here's the thing. Okay, so
I was like, ride the lightning, bitch, Metallica. Woo!
so the plot, like you said, there's this crystal, and it grants if you hold it, it grants you a wish. And this dude got a hold of it.
Mando.
The dude who played the Mandalorian.
You didn't believe me.
I didn't believe you because it didn't look like him in the beginning, but then I admitted I was wrong. So thanks
bush-faced
for bringing it up
slopey
again.
nose.
Yeah, just so I could have to admit to you that I was wrong again.
Yep, that's right.
No worries. He got a hold of it and he wished to become the crystal. So basically he would touch somebody and ask them what they wished. They would tell him and then it would happen. But he fucking put a monkey paw spin on it because he would get something out of it.
Sure, because it's always, if I know anything from watching Supernatural, it's always too good to be true. It always comes with a price, no matter what it is. But what made it all fucked up is like, he's supposed to be this big oil mogul. Like all his wells dried up. And I was like, that is like the whitest thing that you could possibly do is like try to drill for oil.
Well, it was the 80s. So, I mean, like, Dallas was a thing, you know, Who Shot JR and all that shit. Like, oil was, like, still...
It was the thing.
Yeah, it was still in the mix.
So all his wells dried up, so he's trying to, like, get all these people... He wished that his wells weren't all dry, and then he went and took people's livelihoods for, like, his own gain.
Yeah, and it's, of course, spirals out of control to where, you know, he ends up getting on, like... like TV and like doing the thing, and for some way like that was a loophole that he didn't have to touch them because he was quote unquote touching them with
it's
his.
Like he did God stuff, like he was hearing their prayers almost.
Yeah,
you know?
it was kind of fucking. It was kind of fucking.
But
weird.
with Kristen Wiig, she had a weird role. She was almost a villain, but not really. Because when they first met her, like Diana, who's Wonder Woman's name, I don't know if anybody else knows that, but Diana, okay, so Kristen Wiig's like this nerdy ass bitch that comes in with like fucking over sweater, trying to walk in heels, like can't do shit. And then Diana comes up in these fucking stiletto leopard print heels and this bomb ass outfit.
Let's take that opportunity to just appreciate how good she looks. Like
Yeah.
Gal Gadot is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, she is, dude. So then Kristen Wiig dropped all her shit all over the floor, and some little Asian dude was like, "Oh, fuck off. I'm not going to help you pick up your shit."
This is like a full-ass synopsis. You're doing like the Bobby Moore fucking version. Like, I like this. Like, why even... your version is more entertaining so far than the actual version.
I'm trying to make her...
paint a picture. I get you.
Of,
yeah,
like, how
set the scene,
insecure
girlfriend.
she is and stuff. So
Hell
she's
yeah.
got like messy hair, these big round glasses, and so Diana comes up and helps her pick up her papers, and she's like, "Oh, nice shoes. I have trouble walking in mine." And then she's like, "Hey, you want to grab lunch sometime?" And she's like, "I'm kind of busy, bitch. Like, come maybe later or whatever." So then she goes to her office where she's got this stone. I don't think she knew what it was at the time, or maybe she did. I don't even remember because it was so bad. But she wished to be more like her.
Yes.
So then, little by little, it started taking Wonder Woman's powers and giving it to her. So all of a sudden, now she can fucking see straight, and she know how to dress herself.
Confident. She's
and apparently she got
sexy.
taller or something.
Yeah, they took her glasses off and did her hair, like typical 80s shit, like you're a dork, but now you take your glasses off, you're beautiful.
Like, yeah, she's all that. Take 7, because how many movies? Oh, now there's He's All That,
Yeah.
apparently.
Shout out to Mikey.
So, speaking of She's All That, I've been binge watching Dawson's Creek.
I know, I'm surprised we pulled you away from fucking 1990s WB to come and sit down and record tonight.
She's in that episode.
Who is?
She's All That, whoever does her.
Oh my god, what is that person's
It's not
name?
Rachel Lee Cook.
Yes, it is too.
Is it really?
Yep,
Okay,
yes, it is too. Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she's in there. She's portraying an actress in Dawson Leary's movie. But anyway, back to Wonder Woman.
She's playing an actress in a movie?
She's playing an actress on a TV show. No, she's playing an actress in a movie on a TV show, yes.
What,
about Dawson's
What's
life.
the Tropic Thunder? I'm a dude that's playing a dude. Fucking
right, basically.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
But then at the end, like, Wonder Woman's like, "Why am I so weak?" And then, like, her old boyfriend comes back, but in a different body, because, like, he did. I don't even know how he comes back.
Yeah, see, and that's one thing. We only saw the first one once. We saw it in the theater when it came out the first, when the first go round. And I don't remember if there was some sort of a... he died, I guess. But I don't remember if there was some sort of a plot cliffhanger or whatever that it would explain that. But all of a sudden, some dude that died, fucking 60 years ago or whatever was just back, but in a different body.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, it's you." So then we don't even get to see the hot guy. We get to see the older version of that fucking dude through the whole movie. Chris Pine or whatever his name is. Is that who that is?
Dude, I don't know. For some reason, I thought that was James Marsden. Is that one of those situations like Heath Ledger and fucking the other dude where they're the same person?
See, and I thought Paul Walker and that dude are the same person because they kind of look the same.
Paul Walker dead.
I know he is. That's why I know it's not him. I think his name's Chris Pine. But anyway, like they're conspiratizing about some shit.
Oh, conspiratizing? Is that what you said?
Conspiratizing.
Conspiratizing. Holy shit, can I have that?
Yeah.
Conspiratizing.
Dude, I have all kinds of Pollock ingenuity fucking hanging that TV over the weekend.
Conspiratizing.
Yeah.
I love it. What were they conspiratizing about?
I don't remember because the movie was so bad. I think they were trying to get the stone.
Yeah, they're trying to locate or some shit.
They're trying to get the dude, and then they realize it's the dude, and they're like, "We got to kill this dude." But then it turns out that all they have to do is retract their wish, and everything's fine.
Yeah, which is so weird, man. I don't know. Like, it felt like they had the weekend to do, or no, it felt like they had 2 weeks to do a fucking project, and they waited till the fucking Sunday night before it was due, and they were like, "Come on, we got to get a movie together. Fuck, what do we do?" Because, like, the first thing you said to me, aside from the noticing the female in the what do you call the credits, was the CG. And you made a comment about how it must be weird to act in front of a green screen, and we talked about like doing the difference between like Marvel and them. You know, like I saw some behind the scenes shit on there where they actually like do act in like scenes, and that the CG is just the backdrop type shit.
It's still hard, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is, but once you said that, I couldn't help but notice like when she was doing like the scenes with the lasso and she's like whipping it around, she looked bored. She looked straight up bored. Like her face, like it wasn't believable at all. Like she was like fucking just standing there. Like this sucks. So who greenlit this? Like to fucking be like the final cut of this movie. Like she looked.
Even when she's flying through the air, she's just like straight face and shit.
Exactly. Just completely fucking emotionless, bored, just doing the fucking motions. And I'm like, okay, you're legit flying with. You're attached to a bolt of lightning right now, for Christ's sake, you know, and like you can't even like make a expression about it. Like I don't know. I ain't fucking care for it.
At least they kind of did like the invisible jet thing because they had to steal a plane to go to Cairo or something because this dude was trying to get in the oil over there or something. So then they're like, oh no, they're gonna find us. And then we were both like, don't she got an invisible jet? Yeah. And then she's like, I'm gonna try this thing my dad taught me. And then he's like, how long does it last?
It's so weird, man. It was
he's
just
like, how long
does
it last? She's like, I don't know. It was just a coffee cup. And then she just rubs her hand together like she's fucking cold and then touches the jet and all of a sudden it's fucking invisible. So there's your invisible jet.
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you argue with that? How do you argue with that?
I still don't know where that motherfucker came from because then at the end it's the same dude in the beginning, but he wasn't the other dude. And then it's like they met for the first time.
I followed that because he looked like the guy that he was. And then once she realized it was, oh boy, then he was the thing. But that was just her seeing him. Like in reality, it was the other dude all along.
So then after they defeated this dude with the wishes, that guy left?
I guess he just...
Then how did that dude know how to fly a plane?
I don't know anything about this movie.
It's so stupid. Like, I feel like the other dude was like just ghost riding that dude. And then at the end, he's like, my job is done. I'm gone. And then the other dude showed back up.
Yeah, just ghost riding the whip.
And because he acted like he had never seen her before. Oh, it's kind of cold out here, huh? And then she's like, yeah, it is. Let's get some coffee or some shit. And then that was it.
Yeah.
Like, it was just fucking weird.
But even continuing on the bad CG, when old girl like kind of joined forces with the fucking Wishmaster and shit, and then she was like, I want to be a apex predator, and then just started turning into a fucking cat.
Why a cat?
And then she's leaping around. Oh, because that's powerful. That's pussy power, dude. That's girl pussy power. That's the theme of this fucking movie. Women can do everything, and they can. They can.
We can.
You absolutely can. I don't understand why you got to hit me over the head with it. Because I think back, and now I'm just comparing, but I think back to Captain Marvel. And those same themes were throughout Captain Marvel, and it didn't even fucking like bother. It didn't bother me. I didn't trip over it. You know, it wasn't like fucking in your face. Where in this one, it's like, hey, drunk fucking businessman in the park's gonna assault this woman because she just happens to be walking through, you know, fucking thing. And I don't know, man. It seemed like it was pushing more of an agenda than it was pushing a fucking story. And I don't like that shit, man.
Oh, and that's how she learns to fly, too, is he's like, how do you know how to fly? And he's like, it's just wind and air. I'm like, ain't that the same shit? I guess wind is moving air.
Yeah, wind is moving.
But she's like, you just need to know how to ride the wind. And I'm like, it ain't even windy. Because she's up in the sky. There ain't no wind. I don't know.
Isn't crosswinds a thing? I feel like crosswinds is a thing. I played Pilot Wing 64. Look, okay, I know how to gyrocopter. I know how to do all that shit.
You can ride like a breeze, but I mean, planes have engines.
Yes, they do.
Like fucking, queefing her way through the galaxy. Like, I just don't understand.
You saying she's flying off pussy farts?
That's what a queef is.
We're so in sync. It's magic.
It's like a fucking rudder. Like
it's so magical.
So bad.
Now I will say some good about this, this movie, which I'm thinking is, I haven't seen anything critically about it, so I don't know how it's being received by the rest of the world, but I feel like it's going to be a dumpster fire.
Sure.
What I will say is good, as I was thinking about this, was when he goes on the TV and everyone's making their wishes and shit, like it did have like a good like theme, I guess, a little bit, and what did I have here? Wishing for selfish things or personal gains has unseen consequences. So I mean, like that was kind of a a good theme to have woven in with the thing. I think, you know, like there is something to there.
Yeah, don't be a selfish dick.
Yeah, like if we focus on, you know, I've been preaching for the last month on this goddamn podcast. You know, like if just 1% of us focuses their mind on making good fucking shit, you know, like we can actually change the collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What else I didn't understand was when he was granting these wishes for people, like he was bleeding out of his ears and then his eyes were all bloodshot, and then all of a sudden he's getting all these wishes and then he's getting more powerful and he's healing. Why ain't that bitch dead? Like, it made no sense.
Yeah, like as the other people were making their wishes and shit, like he was a rejuvenating or whatever, you know, like you could see like his shit was just like he was.
Unless he was using that to rejuvenate his body instead of getting more oil rigs. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
it
yeah,
didn't make no sense.
He changed it. He changed it up based off of everything. But yeah, I don't know. It's all in all was a fucking shitty movie. I thought there were glimpses, but yeah, not good. Nope. Not good. And this shit, how about at the end?
0 palm trees.
How about this is a definite dumper? This is a Dutchy dumper? She fucking put that armor on at the end, that golden armor. And I did see a meme that it had something from like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it was like end scene of Wonder Woman, and it was like this big fucking creature in like the same looking gold armor and shit. Like, it looks so bad.
I just don't understand how, you know, the lady that first wore that armor, it would stand like thousands of people. No, Queefaroonie wears it for this cat.
Queefaroonie. Queefaroonie beast porn.
Oh, Queefaroonie flying through the air here, puts it on, and all of a sudden this apex predator can just like, oh, there's a wing. Oh, there's a wing. Buckle up, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
They should have had that fucking armor made out of Mando shit, because it could withstand anything.
Speaking of which, we didn't really talk about that, did we, at all? We didn't. We hadn't watched the season finale when last time we recorded together. All I'm going to say about that is it's fucking great.
Yep.
And the Mandalorian series is everything that I think Star Wars fans wanted the movies to be. I think that kind of goes without saying. And the future is looking bright for Star Wars, but on the small screen.
See, and I really liked that show. I felt after Grogu came into the picture, it became more of the Baby Yoda show instead of the Mandalorian.
He came in the picture like episode 1.
Right. So it's just, I feel like it was more about him than the actual Mandalorian. So I'm hoping that it gets back to that story, because now he's with Boba Fett. And
here's the thing. I made a little bit of a, when I watched, because I ended up watching the last episode with Riley in New Hampshire, and then came back and watched it again with you. Mm-hmm. And when I watched it the first time, I actually said that would be a good way to tie up the series. Like, they shouldn't do another season, because the way that it ended, it was a great ending. Like, just go out on a high note. Do something else. If you want to even still use that same character, do it in some other way. Don't make a season 3. But Mikey, you know, who works in Hollywood, confirmed that there is season 3, and it's going to be heavily Boba Fett influenced or whatever. And then if you actually stay past the credits on that last episode, there's a Boba Fett scene where he goes back to Jabba's palace.
We just let it go out.
Yeah, like I saw that on accident because we just let it ride. It looks good, man. It looks good. I'm excited to see what they do with that stuff on Disney Plus. And I believe I've said it before, but I really, if my voice gets to some way to Jon Favreau or Kevin Smith or somebody who could actually bring this shit to life's ears, do a fucking Knights of the Old Republic storyline, please. It's the best fucking Star Wars story outside the original story that I've ever fucking experienced. I enjoyed it a lot. The characters were great. It's fucking awesome. Knights of the Old Republic.
Remember?
It was an Xbox game.
Oh.
Back in the day. But it was like a fully in-depth, like Skyrim style RPG, and like you had to like choose, like there were 2 ways to beat it. You go light side or you go dark side, and I played through it both ways, and both were great stories, so they could go either way, and it would be awesome. I don't know why they've waited so long.
I don't know either.
But something I had on my notes for a few weeks that we haven't gotten to was in talking about themes, you know, implanted into to shows, was the new Adventure Time.
Marceline and
it's called
Princess Bubblegum?
Yes. Also on HBO Max.
Obsidian?
It's Obsidian, Adventure Time Obsidian. And longtime listeners of the show know that we're super fans of Adventure Time. We've watched the entire series over numerous times. I mean, at this point, I've probably seen every episode a fucking dozen times just because the kids love it too.
And they're only 15 minutes long.
Yeah, so I mean, you burn through them. Yeah, they let it run, and half the time they're not even in the room. But you know, we've seen the entire series multiple times, and it's fucking great. And I do recommend that to anyone who can get past the fact that you're an adult watching a cartoon.
But I mean, there's a lot of underlying adult things in the cartoons if you're looking for them.
Like this episode. And
well, at the end of the season of the original Adventure Time, it shows them hugging, and I think they kiss.
There was like little Easter eggs throughout the series, like that T-shirt, that she had, and like just like little things, kind of implied that there was a little something extra to them. And we're talking about a couple of the main characters, both of which were female, Princess Bubblegum and
Queen.
Yes, Marceline the Vampire Queen. And in this series, they end up hooking up. Like it's
their life. They're building IKEA furniture in their little hut.
They are legit in like a full on lesbian relationship. And I gotta say, like when I first seen it, I was like, it felt right. Like it felt like that's how it was supposed to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed the whole thing, but. As I'm, I follow them on Facebook. I follow Adventure Time. I follow HBO Max, and it was one of the things that when it first came out, they posted about it. And how when you're scrolling, you get to see like the first 2 or 3 comments or whatever. Mm-hmm. The first comment underneath the thing about the show was this dude saying, "Well, I guess I can never let my kid watch this show again. Shame because this is one of our favorite shows, but I'm not gonna subject my kid to your agendas or something like that." God. And then I went on there and read, of course there was like a fucking barrage of comments, like, calling this dude out. Open mind. Dude, and he was replying to each and every one of them.
Of course he was.
Like, and I don't even think it was a troll job. I think it was just some dude, with his opinion. And unfortunately, it was a super close-minded opinion, but.
Sure. There's people out there that think that way.
Yeah, and I'm like, it got me thinking about this. Because I'm like, on the one hand, why do cartoon characters need to have a sexual orientation? I think it's stupid when something like SpongeBob comes out as gay, because you can watch SpongeBob objectively and not really have any questions about the dude's sexual orientation. But in this particular instance, where it's like 15 seasons of this deep ass storyline that goes through alternate realities and into fucking time cubes and all everything, mm-hmm. The characters have a chance to be wrote with depth, so like you do see their past, you do see, like little subtle nuances of their personality, and it makes sense. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like this was a forced thing. This is not somebody, pushing an agenda on anything. It's not programming of your children. But this dude was like, you're not going to fucking program my kids. And of course, like I commented on there and I was like, none of this shit fucking matters anyway, because the theme of this show and the theme of the fucking fabric of the universe is love. And if you don't see that, you're missing the fucking point anyway. And I got more likes on that fucking comment than my whole social media goddamn career on Facebook. So I mean, like, I don't know. I don't
understand why people try to hide it from their children. I mean, Logan knows what gay is. And
he should. Why wouldn't you not know?
That's what I mean. Like, I've watched stuff in front of him that has, gay or lesbian people in there that are holding hands or like not like deeply passionately kissing, but kissing, and then he'll be like, "Oh, those 2 guys are in love," and I was like, "Yep," and he was like, "That's cool," and then that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it, because you know what, you love who you love, and you are who you are.
Now, I mean, like that's just me being having a serious thought about this, but then having the hashtag spin on it, I got to thinking, what characters in cartoons like from our day would you think might have been gay if like they were doing that whole SpongeBob, I'm going to put an orientation on these characters?
He-Man.
Fucking what did you say to me all day yesterday when we were driving back and forth from the gun range?
I don't know.
We're listening to Failing Hollywood, and you make a comment, and then within seconds, I make the comment on the recording,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, we are the same person. Because who do you think my number one fucking pick in this goddamn hashtag Plunge picks for gay cartoon characters is?
Is it He-Man?
Goddamn He-Man. And when I was Luke's age...
No, it was Elmy that said something, and I was like, of course he did. Or, of course he did. And you were like, of course you did. I was like, yep.
It happened. We were listening to the episode of Failing Hollywood that we were all on, and Dutch and I shared many sentiments in that episode. But when I was Luke's age, when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old, like I was all He-Man, dude, and I never once thought about it until later on in years. And then I was like, that dude's haircut's fucking gay, dude. Right. And why does he wear that tight-ass pink shirt, dude? And then I started, like, Googling it, you know, and obviously it's like a mainstream thing. It's not like, you know, we cracked the Da Vinci Code on goddamn gay He-Man. But they were like this one dude went deep on it. He was like, he can only unleash his true powers when he holds the sword. And I was like, oh dang. And he was like, that's a metaphor for a dick. And then he takes his shirt off and he's got the, you know, rock hard abs and the fucking poking out nipples and shit. And he's going to fight Skeletor, who also is, you know, incredibly gay. Yeah, that was my first pick too. But then I put down a couple others here too.
Let me try to guess. I'm gonna put Jem.
I didn't even consider that because like
she was a rock star,
you were a
dude.
Girl.
She was licking pussies all day long.
She had that 1986 pink hair punk rock, you know.
Oh yeah, she was getting down in everything. She's probably more bisexual.
She was getting down in everything. She says. SpongeBob was actually outed officially. We said that.
Yeah.
Smithers from The Simpsons. That was always like a fucking thing. Like you knew, but you didn't know.
You knew when they started putting
they teased
images of Mr. Burns.
Yeah, they teased it big
coming
time.
out of the bathtub, which was fucking gross.
What about, dude? I put Snagglepuss.
Why?
Because the way he was always like, yeah, and exit stage right even. You know, at the very least, he was androgynous. Like, he had that Prince thing going on. He was very, you know,
What about Thelma?
You mean Velma?
Oh, yeah.
From Scooby-Doo? Yeah. That was, I guess, that's like one of those He-Man things. Like, people say that. Like, she was definitely had the vibe. Where I said Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, because of his ascot?
Definitely 100% because of his ascot. We're the same person. Those were the only ones I could think of off the top of my head because I just jotted a couple down while I was sitting here waiting for you.
I'm trying to think of any more. Like all the cartoons I used to watch were mostly Disney, so we'd watch the Gummy Bears. They didn't have any gays in it. No gays in the gummies. I don't know what else I used to watch.
See, and like kid. All the shows I watched were like kind of rip-offs of each other. So I watched He-Man, gay, Thundercats, fucking gay.
They're all gay.
Goddamn G.I. Joe, all gay. G.I. Joe had fucking gay. Dude, Cobra Commander was as gay as the day is long. He wore that fucking mask to hide it and everything.
Oh, okay.
There was that one storyline where he became a fucking actual snake. Like he became a fucking dick.
I never watched G.I. Joe.
Oh, dude. Well, you should watch G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe's a good fucking show.
I believe you.
For the day, anyway. I don't know if it holds up. Are there any? I don't think there are any gay robots in Transformers. I don't know. Point being, who fucking cares? It's a goddamn cartoon. Your kids aren't paying attention, so you shouldn't pay attention either. No one's fucking programming your kids.
Nope. They're going to be who they're going to be. Sorry to tell you.
If you're worried about programming, turn the goddamn TV off in and of itself because everything's fucking programmed. Television. What? Tiger growl me, Bobby Light. I got a question sitting here for a couple weeks too, and then we're going to get into Florida. I don't want to skip Florida this week because we've been letting it go, and I got some stories stacked up.
Okay.
But a quick question from somebody named Andrew says, I'm 28 years old and I still live with my mom, and she refuses to let me move out. What should I do?
What? She refuses to let him move out?
Yes.
She must be divorced and have nobody else.
So you think that they have like all that shit on Pornhub where it's like, my mom is fucking me.
No, I feel like she's guilting him into staying because she doesn't want to be alone.
My advice, see, like I have no perspective on this because I moved out at 18, dude. Like I don't, and even before that, I didn't live with my mom, so I really don't know.
My brother lived with my mom, but only because he had to.
Yeah, I think that wasn't. She would have probably gladly let him go if he wanted to go. I don't really know. I guess my advice would be you're an adult, so if you want to go, go.
Yeah.
And don't really worry about it.
Right.
Because, I mean, like, she will get over it. I promise you, she will get over it.
Nope. It's complicated.
It is complicated.
She might never get over it.
Well, I mean...
And if she holds that... I don't know. I feel like the whole saying, if you love someone, let them go. I feel like she should want you to be on your own and be your own person and not try to make you feel guilty for wanting to live your life. Like, that is why you have children. You have children to raise them to be an independent individual, which is why we don't helicopter our children.
Yeah.
We don't make plans to play fucking games every single weekend. We let them do their own fucking thing. So it's okay.
And they come to us.
And they come to us when they want to do something or ask us if they want to play a game. We're like, yeah, sure, that's cool. Sometimes we'll be like, hey, you want to watch a movie? If they say no, then it's no. I'm like, all right, that's fine. If one of them wants to watch a movie and not the other one, that's okay too.
That's something I was actually talking about with somebody at work today. I forget the context of the conversation, but like I was telling him how Logan one time was like, or Logan or Lucas, one of them was like, well, I want to do that when I get older because that's what you do. And I was like, no, I don't want you to do what I do. I want you to be better than me.
Right.
The idea is for you to be fucking better than me. Like, I don't want you to be, I think I was talking with someone at work about like a guy taking over his like dad's business or something. And like the dad was kind of salty maybe because like the son didn't want it. The son didn't want it or was doing better, or I don't know what the fucking thing was, but I'm like, as a father, the whole idea is for my kid to do better. I don't want him to be under my fucking wing. I don't want him to be in my shadow. I want him to be
his own
doing
person.
Awesome as his own person, and then I can then be proud of that, you know. Like, I don't want to be proud of my fucking kid that I'm holding back because, you know, like whatever, either, you know, consciously or subconsciously, you know, like he's looking for approval, or, you know, like I was overbearing, or whatever the fucking, you know, thing that I'm gonna do or say to mess up my kid is gonna be, you know. Like, no, fucking be better than me, dude. Don't limit yourself.
That's what we push for anyway. No, I don't know their living situation. I don't know if they live in a house, if they live in an apartment. But to me, it sounds like your mom needs friends. Like, I don't know if she has any friends. I feel like she just doesn't want to be by herself.
And that is tough. That is tough, especially as we get older, you know, because like, I mean, like you and I are older now. I mean, he said he's 28. I'll be 40 in 2 days.
And we lived together since we were 20.
19, yeah. I was 19 when you... Well, no, I had just turned 20 when you moved in, so legit 20 years. But I don't know. That's... for me... And it's so tough because for me, if I was your age, I would just say, fucking do it. You're a grown man, you know.
Yeah, but you didn't have a really good relationship with your mom at all.
Yeah.
And for somebody like me, my mom had a good relationship, but she kind of pushed me out of the house because, you know, I was the oldest, and she has told me before that I was a science experiment. So she was just like telling me what she thought she needed to do. Right. So like, you know, we had a fight and I moved out because I wanted to go to this college and she didn't want me to go. And she said, if you don't like it, leave. So I did. I left. But I feel...
How you like to be me getting that call after...
I know, 3 months.
3 months.
Dating.
On again, off again, mind you. You broke up with me during that course of that 3 months.
Yep.
Twice, I believe. And then I get that call, and it was a snowy fucking December day. I remember it like it was yesterday. And you were like, you didn't even ask. You said you need to come get me and get my stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you explained what had happened, and I was like, I'm on my way. Because I was fucking ride or die. I was under the spell even back then.
But I mean, my mom, when her and my dad met, it was just a thing that you did. You grew up and you moved out.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit different. I feel like kids that are your age, that are 28, if you can live by yourself, that's great. But I feel a majority of kids that are that age that might be going through college can't move out.
Not everybody is fucking Riley Trudell, dude. I mean, like that dude from the time, I mean, I've only known him for a few years, but from the time he was in high school, knew exactly what he wanted to do. He went to college for what he wanted to do. He interned at the company that he wanted to get eventually hired at. And I mean, like, he's fucking 24 years old and he makes what I make, and I'm fucking 40. You know, I mean, like, he's really got it all figured out. And that's the anomaly. Not everybody's that way.
No.
You know, if I had it to do all over, I wouldn't have left at 18, but I also didn't have a great home life. So, I mean, I wanted to leave. That's what I mean.
So, it's just different situations.
Oh, shit. Almost knocked over your
drink. I feel like I don't know how attached I don't know if this is your childhood home or whatever. I feel like your mom needs friends. Somebody that she can hang out with.
Number one, mom needs friends. This is from the Dutch.
Right. So, she doesn't feel like she's alone. Either maybe if you guys do live in your childhood home, it's going to be hard, but I feel like maybe she needs to be in, like, I don't know how old your mom is, but like a 55 and older community with like an apartment or something where there's going to be people that are around her that are her age that she can make friends with.
Now, you're assuming that it's just the mom. He never said that the dad wasn't in the picture. I mean, like, it might be mom and dad at home, and dad's like, fucking, this kid's old enough he can go, and mom's the one, you know, pitching a fit. Like, he never actually said. He just said my mom refuses to let me move out.
Well, if your dad's still around and he's in the picture and your mom still doesn't want you to leave, I would move out.
Because then that absolves all of your concerns. That
absolves all of my concerns. Because my whole concern is, like, she's going to be lonely or she's something... Because my brother luckily lived with my mom, like I said. So we lived in Chicago. My mom still lives in Whiting, or her house is still in Whiting. You know, she passed away a few years ago. And she would go outside and slip on the ice and fall down. If my brother didn't live there, she probably would have froze to death a couple times because she walked down the stairs and would fall down.
She was a very frail, small lady.
She was very little. So I don't know if maybe she's worried about something happening as she gets older, nobody going to be there for that to happen. Like, there's just so many different things that she could have an issue with. I feel like maybe you guys need to talk and figure out what the issue is and then have the conversation and say, I love you, but I need to be my own man. I need to start my own life. I need to have my own family. If that's what you want, if that's not what you want, then I mean, it's just, you need to have your own space.
Your own shit. I mean, if it's family, if it's tiger kimonos and cigars, I mean, if it's whatever you need to do you. But I mean, because that's realistically, that's the secret to this. You know, just do you and make the most of this. Because I mean, again, more and more, I'm feeling like this is the meaning to life. We chose to be in this position. So whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, whatever, problem you think you have, you pick that for yourself. So ride it the fuck out and see it through. Because if it doesn't go the way that it's supposed to go, you're going to fucking do it again. That's my belief. I honestly believe in deep down in my heart.
Also, I feel no matter how the conversation goes, make it really hard for her not to be mad about it. Like, just be super understanding, super open. Don't leave it on a bad note. Even if you disagree with what she has to say, I feel like you just need to make it really hard for her not to be mad about it. Because then she will hold a grudge.
Then there's going to be hard feelings. I mean, like, especially if she's making it such a big stink in the first place. It's not going to be an easy thing, but I mean, fucking make the break and then work on getting back to where it was.
Mending it up. Have her over for dinner once a week so she feels like she's got somewhere to go. You just have to try to figure out what's going to make her happy while making yourself happy. You
know what I really love? The fact that we get these and people think that we are some sort of an outlet for this shit. So I don't fucking know.
No, but we could talk about it. As you and I, as we've said before, have had totally different upbringings.
Yeah, no.
Totally different upbringings.
Absolutely.
Like my mom never pushed my brother to move out. She was afraid to be alone too. But if he did leave, I don't think that she would have had a problem with it.
Whereas my mom essentially pushed me out the door under the guise of this is what's best for you. So, you're going to go to a better school, so you're going to go over here. And then you're going to, move to the next school, so you have to go over here. And I would like you to be with me, but, circumstances being what they are, like this is what's best for you. I don't know if that was 100% the case, but I mean, that's what in her mind.
She's a single mom. She had to do what she had to do.
Right.
That's her mindset.
In her mind,
and that
that's
will
what
never
it was
change.
The best thing to do.
That will never change. Right.
But like I talked to Mikey, Riley's brother, when we were in New Hampshire, and he actually gave me gave us a high compliment, which I think you actually heard. It was on his episode.
Yeah,
he
that we're
repeated
just real
it.
people.
He's like, I love it when you guys do that, man, because like sometimes I feel a little weird about how personal we get and how real we get into like real life shit. But if people, like I told him, if somebody can hear our stories and it might help them through a situation, or it might give them the confidence to act on something that they're on the fence about, or it might, whatever the case may be, like I always said from jump, like 3 years ago when we started this, I was like, my DMs are open. I'll fucking talk to anybody,
right.
Because like I know firsthand what it's like to go through shit and to have mental fucking issues where, you feel inadequate or you feel a certain kind of way about shit, and it helps to talk it out, and in this instance, I mean, like if this dude's 28, like he might feel like, Riley and Hunter, they joke that we're their podcast parents, I mean, like this dude might just want somebody's perspective from the same age range that his mom might be in. Like, I guess, how would you feel? What would you do? And I guess if we can help somebody, that's great. But, I don't know. I feel a little weird getting so deep sometimes.
I don't. I never do.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, and I'm not saying that I don't like doing it. I love doing it.
I'm an open book.
I'm always baffled by people that reach out with shit like this, because I mean, like, fuck, if you think about it, our questions used to be like, what kind of sandwich would you eat if you sucked a dick and shit, and like things like that. Yeah. And then we've graduated to, hey, I'm having problems with my fucking abusive husband, and like my mom won't let me move out of the house and shit like that. It's just it's funny, the evolution of how things have gone, and this show in and of itself, because I've been doing a lot of thinking about that too. How this show used to be so like I don't know, I want to say like lighthearted and like comedic, because I still think that we're that.
It used to be more like offensive.
Well, I think we're still what we used to be. I also just over the course of the last year plus, I think since it just became me and you, it almost became more of like an audio journal for us and our lives, you know. And I think people dig that. I mean, like that's what I was saying about Mikey. He was like, dude, I love it when you guys go like that. I can literally turn on anything and hear Wonder Woman was a piece of shit. But like, you know, hearing you talking about fucking stories from your youth, you know, and you've been together for 20 years. I mean, like obviously you're doing something right. So let's talk about it.
And you don't like sometimes what I had to say, but sometimes you got to hear it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
so bottom line
all the
is,
time.
Chris says leave. I say have a conversation with your mom to see what the issue is and why she doesn't want you to leave, and then try to have a conversation to make you both happy. Because you, as a parent, I would never want to hold my kid back from something.
Because you're a good mom. Scary Terry says, that doesn't help.
No, and it didn't say bitch. It should say bitch after everything. I agree.
All right, well, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's bust out some Florida, and then we'll get the hell out of here because I want to get into some hot tub action with you tonight.
Sweet.
Woo, doggy. Hey, Beatrice. Yeah? Get your ass in here. These no-offense boys about to do Welcome to Florida again.
Let me grab the natty.
Oh, shit, and I thought my family was fucked up.
What the Fuck Florida is sponsored by Official Clothing. Rooted in hip-hop, Official is a streetwear company creating high-quality t-shirts, hats, and jewelry at an affordable price. Featuring recreations of classic hip-hop and sports logos as well as original designs, there's something at Official for all tastes. Check out official.com, that's OHFISHL, and use code HTNOS to save 25% off your order of beautiful, handcrafted t-shirts, hats, and jewelry. Official Clothing.
Live by your own rules.
And I want to give a special shout-out to Kaz, again, for those limited edition HTNOS bracelets. They are on the website at official.com. We ran our little contest a couple weeks ago, and we got those coming out to be shot out to the recipients. Mm-hmm. So thanks for everybody who listened to the episode and hit me in the DMs with the secret code word.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Fuck you, Kyle. So the first story I got, you actually sent to me many weeks ago when you were balls deep in Supernatural, it appears.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Dora. Graves at Mount Dora Cemetery were dug up and some remains were removed as part of what deputies believe was a ritualistic activity.
Mm-hmm. That's when I was like, Sam and Dean Winchester been to Florida. They
you were so excited, too.
It sucks that their bones were robbed. But
you were so excited about grave robbins.
But I just, watching all 15 seasons of that show, I'm just like, oh, Sam and Dean.
Does it feel like a weight's off your shoulder now that you're done with it?
I kind of want to watch it again.
Oh my God.
I just love them so much. And,
dude,
listen, Dean Winchester, who is Jensen Ackles in real life, is going to be, I think I've said this in
you
The Boys.
He's on The Boys,
3
blah,
or
blah,
whatever.
blue, blue, blue.
So, Sam Winchester, whose name is Jared Pidlicki, which is a fellow Pollock of mine, he's going to be in a series called Walker, Texas Ranger, because they're remaking it.
He's going to be Chuck Norris?
He's Walker.
He's going to be Chuck Norris.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that because I really dig both of them. So I'm definitely watching The Boys. But
can I ask for some? I'm going to ask for some listener feedback on this too. I've been considering for a long time starting the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series because all 7 seasons are on Netflix now, and I was going to see if you would be down for that. But 7 seasons, I'm like, do I really want to fucking do this? You know?
Then there's me.
And then there's and then
I
there's
watch 15
because you don't listen to any fucking shows. My entertainment throughout the day is shows. You watch TV throughout the day, so you can bang out fucking 6-7 episodes of a goddamn series every day.
If I'm working from home, not when I'm in the office.
In the office you got to have dance parties and shit.
That's right.
So if anyone who has experience with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., please reach out to me and hit me in the DMs or fucking hit me on Twitter or whatever, and just let me know, is it worth it? Because if it's worth it, I'll give it a shot. It's got some shit with like the Inhumans, and I'm kind of interested, and it's got a little bit of shit with Asgard, and I'm kind of interested.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
But like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is more the fucking just the people. It's less of the.
It's the dudes in fucking Nick Fury's people or whatever. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always just been one of them things where I'm like, eh.
Well, let me talk about the ending of my show because there was a lot of mixed reviews about it. For those that don't watch Supernatural,
get on your soapbox real quick, and then we'll get back to this fucking story.
Okay, so those who watch Supernatural or don't know, Sam and Dean are brothers that hunt ghosts, vampires, things like that. They go around, they do it for free. They pay their bills off a credit card fraud. That's how they stay in hotels and stuff. So at the end of the 15th season, spoiler alert, Dean actually dies and goes to heaven. So this guy Jack, who was a Nephilim, who was son of Lucifer and a human, he becomes God. And then Dean dies, goes up to heaven, and sees all his buddies that have died in the past. And he's like, they've made some changes around here. So then he's like, what about Sammy? Because when you're in that kind of life, you really can't have a family. So his buddy's like, he'll be here soon. So Dean gets in his car named Baby, drives to Carry On, My Wayward Son. And that song is long anyway. It's probably like a 5-minute song or something.
I like how your synopsises are so like in depth too. Like you can't just like give the thing.
I'm watching it in my mind.
Apparently.
I'm watching it in my mind as I'm talking. So he's Carry On, My Wayward Son.
You can do better than that. Why'd you do that? You can do better than that.
What?
I've heard you sing before. That was half-assed.
I'm talking while I'm singing.
Okay.
Carry on, my wayward son.
We ain't played Rocket League. We ain't played Rock Band in a minute.
Okay, so he's driving, and then as he's driving, then it flashes back to Earth where Sammy actually gets out of the business and starts a family, and then it goes to, his death. And then he dies, goes into heaven with Dean as the song ends, and then he's Sammy again, like the young Sammy, and then they're together in heaven. And I thought it was a good ending. But people didn't like how Dean died. He was scared and alone. He wasn't scared and alone. Sam was right there with him, and they were talking until he died. So I thought it was a good ending. I was happy with it.
Y'all are some nerds.
Jensen Axel's sexy as fuck, though, too. And it's so funny. It's a lot of S's. But their wives that are they're actually married to in real life are in the show, too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I thought you were about to hate on them.
No, I like their wives.
Because you seem so infatuated with him. You just be like, and that bitch ain't even that hot.
Well, Jensen's wife's all right, but that's another. I want to go to Texas because they have a brewery there called Family Business Brewery, and I want to go there and drink there.
All right, let's do it.
Because they called the it's named after the show. They called the hunting the family business. Like if you're in the family business, that's why it's Family Business Brewing. And in a few of the shows, when they're in bars, they're actually drinking family business beer.
Nice.
Yeah, so they incorporate all that stuff.
Beautiful.
But I loved it.
And now you think that this story that you sent me, looping all the way back to Florida, you think that this story that you sent me is the real life ghost hunters or...
No, because if it was ghost hunting, then they would have just salted and burned the bones. They wouldn't have stolen them.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
So they just, this probably was some ritualistic, some bullshit, some voodoo shit.
It's a very short story. It says Lake County deputies said that they were called to Edgewood Cemetery in Mount Dora on Sunday afternoon after someone reported vandalism to some of the graves. Upon arrival, deputies realized someone had gained access to 4 graves and attempted to access a 5th one. Deputies say that some remains were missing from the graves that had been accessed. Investigators said they found evidence that suggests the incident is, quote, very likely tied to some ritualistic activity. Detectives also found that there were missing remains from the 4 graves that had been accessed. Crews have been working Monday to repair the damage, and deputies are asking anyone who may have noticed any type of suspicious vehicles or suspicious activity at the cemetery to call the sheriff's office.
I wonder what kind of bones are missing.
Human.
Well, I know, but like, were there phalanges?
Well, dude, wait, you know what?
Missing or ribs?
Do you remember? Okay, you didn't live there long with me because you were Indiana and I was Illinois. You know, the division continues. Mm-hmm. But once you crossed the border, do you remember in Thornton where the quarry used to be, that big-ass rock quarry? Of course. So, like, when you go around that curve, you remember there was a cemetery there?
Yes.
So the top of the fucking cemetery was segmented away from the regular cemetery. It was like a separate gated area, and it was always closed and locked, and there was even barbed wire on the top. And word on the street when we were kids was that there were some actual real life witches that were buried there, and that's why, like, they're respecting the graves, but they, like, no one's allowed to go there. That's why there was barbed wire on there, and like that part was separate from the actual cemetery. So you think that there might be, these were actual people, or that these might be like some sort of like famous witches, like famous Florida witches that they got buried and they went to take them.
I think that if witches are digging up witches, then they're going to have a real problem.
Witch on witch crime? Hell yeah, it comes back 3 times, right?
Well,
ain't that what they said in The Craft?
I don't know what they said in The Craft. It's been a long time.
I used to love that movie. I watched it all the time.
Because there were titties in it.
Was there titties? Like outright titties?
Weren't they making out? No, that was Wild Things.
Oh, yeah. I saw that in the theaters.
With a boner.
I saw that with the Smickless brothers. I fucking.
You guys all jerking each other off and shit.
I think that was the first experience I ever had with Denise Richards too.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, but the next story is kind of, I think this might be the same. They might be connected. Okay, so tell me what you think. Jacksonville, strangers barge into a home, attack Florida woman, and cut her hair. Sounds like more ritualistic activity to me.
They're trying to make a voodoo doll.
Maybe, let me see how far away geographically Mount Dora and Jacksonville are.
You can use hair for a lot of things.
It says bruises on her face and her hair chopped off. That's how Lachelle Jacobs says she was left after an attack by strangers in her Jacksonville home last Thursday. Quote, I have a concussion and then one of my eardrums is ruptured.
Whoa.
The back of my head, it's so damaged right now, it feels squishy.
Gross.
Yeah. Jacob said she was asleep in bed with her 6-year-old son when she heard someone banging on the door around 11 p.m. Quote, I opened the door.
Why?
And I literally stepped right there, and the girl is sitting in front of me, or sitting in front of my door, and said, they're following me, they're following me. And I said, who is following you? And when I went to go look this way, and that's when she attacked me. I fell to the ground, and everything happened right here in the door.
That's terrible. See, that's why people don't help people. If you see somebody stuck on the side of the road, nobody's going to pull over to help them.
Well, like, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking of the Black-Eyed Kids, because that's the whole thing. The fucking Black-Eyed Kids show up on your porch, and they try to say that, they're lost, and they need to use the phone, and then the next thing you know, you got fucking interdimensional vampires sucking out your goddamn soul through your dick hole.
Right, but she was old and probably on meth, so she didn't have black eyes. Probably all fucking yellow.
No, probably.
She had yellow-eyed meth head.
It says, when I woke back up, I remember them holding my hair, saying that if I moved or screamed, they were going to stab me and continue to cut my hair. She said she managed to crawl to the stairs, get her phone, and call 911. Fortunately, she says her son never woke up during the attack.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't know. My mom told him I'm in quarantine right now, so that's why I can't see him. And hopefully I'll get through this soon because I don't want him to see me like this at all.
No.
Jacob says her attackers didn't steal anything inside her home other than the scissors that they used to cut her hair, and she doesn't feel safe there knowing that her attackers are running free. And apparently, this is a couple weeks old, but apparently they're still at large because it said families offering $5,000 reward for any information.
Wow, that's insane.
So, like I said, disturbing grave sites and then barging into this house, cutting this woman's hair and shit. Like, it's fucking weird activity happening in North Florida right now.
And it's not even October.
No, well, but dude, Christmas season is actually about dark arts and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
pagans.
Shout out to the new creatures.
Shout out to pagans. Not really, though.
Not really, though. Next one I got is a video.
I love videos.
Gainesville. Florida man lets wild snakes bite him for educational purposes.
Is it Coyote?
Who's Coyote?
Coyote Peterson is a guy on YouTube.
Coyote Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
I know what my new 2K name is.
But he's the one that's Logan watches that goes in like tide pools and stuff, and he'll pull up little octopi and whatever, and he lets things sting him and bite him, and then he does a pain scale. But there was this old guy, I think it was a story that we did. He would inject himself with rattlesnake venom a little at a time. I think that we did that. So he'd become immune to it, I guess. Made him stronger or some weird shit. I'm trying to find my video here. Because, they make anti-venom out of venom. Just like they make vaccines out of disease. Allegedly. Baby placentas. Get that adrenochrome vaccine? Dried out uteri. Dried out uteri. What do you use the correct plural? I don't know. Uteri sounds better than uteruses. Sounds right to me. I don't really know. Just like octopi is octopus. Uterus. Uteri. That's a coral snake. Holy shit. Black and yellow. Kill a fellow. Black and yellow. Black and yellow. Look at his face, dude. Those are probably fang marks on his nose. He looks like a child. Yeah, I think this is for the gram. This isn't like you're saying like some dude. Go quick. I see him. Oh, I got him. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, man. Burmese python. No way. Oh. Did you see the mouth on that thing? My night is made. Oh, praise God. That was incredible. Oh, okay. We got to do a pain bite. Let's go. Bite on the pain scale. My name's David Ryan. This is That's a python. It's not venomous. Did you see the mouth on that thing? Don't matter. When he grabbed it, that thing fucking opened up like an anaconda, dude. Yeah, their jaws become dislodged so they can fit bigger prey in their mouth. I'm not saying that shit don't hurt because their teeth are backwards. Backwards? Their teeth go at an angle, so when it's adjusting its jaw to eat, it pulls the prey inward. Ooh. So you know how our teeth are just straight up and down? Their teeth actually go at a 45-degree angle. Sick. Yeah.
Which I take snake bites and rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. This right here is the Gulf salt marsh snake. Try right in the finger here. Just 0 bite pressure. These guys just have really weak jaws. Can barely even feel it. I mean, he's working and he's latching on, but there's just not much there to work with. If I just kind of wiggle my finger some, I'm sure he'll come off. Super easy. Not a bad bite whatsoever. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, if 1's like a mild irritation and 10's the worst pain of my life, definitely 1. Really shallow teeth.
Why is he letting it slither all over his face?
He wants to get salmonella.
It
bit him in the mouth when he lifted it up.
It's fucking sick, dude.
Barely even felt it. Snakes are so chill. What's up, guys? My name is Dave Irwin, and this is the series where I take a bite and rank the scale of pain of 1 to 10. This right here is a green iguana. Let's see if he'll go for my arm here.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, he was flailing.
No, the bite sound. It sounded like, oh my God, it sounded like...
hiss.
Oh, that was sick, dude.
Do it again.
Oh my God.
Iguana. Let's see if he'll go for my arm here. Oh, wow. It was like... He did a great job there. Much better than I thought.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll probably use it just...
Oh my God,
I would have never guessed that an iguana could have done that. Because their teeth have like the little bearded dragon teeth.
Well,
apparently
not, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Holy cow.
So
he's like, yeah, I'll probably need stitches. It was so deep it wasn't even bleeding yet. That's how deep it was.
To the white meat.
Yeah.
You got him to the white meat. It says this daring herpetologist lets wild snakes bite him and posts videos on Instagram to educate people about reptiles. David Oren Humflet, 21, has a passion for all that slithers and claims his motivation for making the shocking videos is to show people that snakes aren't really that dangerous. For the majority of the bites I take, especially the snake bites, they're not really that painful.
Yeah, because you're dealing with pussy snakes. Fucking garter snakes and pythons. Hey kids, don't let a rattlesnake bite you. And the bitch had a coral snake in the beginning. I didn't see no coral snake biting him. Pussy.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Fucking called out. Shots fired by the Dutch. She shoots a gun one time. Now all of a sudden shots are being fired.
Boom, boom, bitch.
Oh, fuck. Now I got a couple of Christmas stories here. I'm going to... Do we still got so many fucking Florida stories? I think we're running short on time. Oxford, Florida. I don't think there's an Oxford, Florida. That sounds high class. Oxford, Florida. A woman stabs her sister with a Christmas ornament.
You know what?
If they got it coming, right?
Me and my sister, we grew up a year apart. 1 year, 8 months, and like 12 days.
You stabbed her, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
She tried to stab me.
She tried to stab you.
With a pair of scissors. And I think a screwdriver at one point.
Wait. I know this. Because you guys were fighting over the front seat of the car. Am I correct?
No, I kicked her in the face. When that happened. Because we were fighting over the front seat and she's trying to crawl through the driver's side and I kicked that bitch right in the face.
That is Indiana-esque.
But we were fighting about something and I had a boyfriend at the time. And
you always had a boyfriend.
Well, guess.
Shout out to the lifeguard tower.
But I think she when she tried to stab me with scissors, we were like kids.
Kids?
Like, I don't know, 4th grade or something.
Well, this woman is not a kid. Shirley Rogers is 55, was arguing with her boyfriend in her Oxford home when her sister stepped in to try to calm her down, according to a arrest report from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office obtained by The Villages.
Excuse me?
Yes, this happened at The Villages, and for those out of state, out of our area that are not familiar with The Villages, it's one of those 55 and up communities that Dutch was trying to put our listeners' mom into. But only this one is known more for the drug use and the STDs that get passed around because it's just basically like one old ass. I won't even say MILF. I'll just like the next step up off MILF.
GILF.
It's just a fucking GILF party all day. Drugs, STDs, the whole nine. Rogers pushed her sister, grabbed a beaded cone-shaped Christmas decoration, and then stabbed her on the left side of her torso.
Wow.
The sister escaped Rogers and called police, and when cops arrived at the home, the boyfriend was gone. It's unclear if the sister received any medical treatment. Cops have not identified the sibling. Rogers has been charged with one count of battery. She was booked into detention center, being held without bond. Tried to murder with a Christmas.
We've gotten in a lot of fights over the years. We never really No. Me and my sister.
Oh, okay.
But it's never gotten to the point where we've actually physically hurt each other like that.
You legit just said you kicked her in the face.
No, nothing like that though. Like, it's never been...
Boot to the face.
Right, but no stabbings.
Well, there was an attempted stabbing.
Right, but it never happened. And the one time I do regret is when we were fighting over who was going to go out of the yard to get the Frisbee. And you know how the gate latch comes down?
That's serious shit.
It is, because I wanted to get out of the yard, too. So, the part of the fence that connects to the pole, like the little U-shaped thing that goes down.
Yeah, the lock.
I opened the gate, and I swung the gate back, and that thing hit her square in the forehead. And I felt so bad because she had to go get stitches.
No shit.
Yeah, because I swung the gate back so bad it went right in her forehead.
That could have been more serious than it was.
Yeah, but I still felt like shit, But we fist fought a lot, We've wrestled and tussled and all that stuff.
Wrestled and tussled and all that shit.
We really didn't even really get along until I moved to Florida.
That's true. We had one great spring break because I didn't get along with her either. Mm-hmm. And I knew her.
Nobody liked you.
Nobody still does. I mean, some things never change. Moving on, Tallahassee, Florida woman finds a raccoon in her Christmas tree, chaos ensues.
Oh, so it's like, fuck National Lampoons all over again?
Yeah, again, not to beat a dead horse, but these are all the stories that I had to read on the feed with the Plunge boys, and it was the week before Christmas and all that, and I thought very fitting, about the raccoon in the Christmas tree, which is also actually, again, accompanied with the video.
Great. Oh, raccoon's pretty hard to hide, unless they went out and cut their own tree down.
Well, I'll find the video in a second. I do have some narration to read here for you. It says, Florida woman recently encountered a raccoon that found its way into her Christmas tree, and she filmed the entire chaotic ordeal that ensued afterward. Okay. In a video posted to Facebook, Tallahassee resident Aubrey, if a word starts with I, how do you say it? Is it a Y sound? Okay. Aubrey Jacobelli initially thought that a cat had crawled through her dog door and settled into the tree on Thursday at about 4 a.m. You can hear her say, "Come on, get out of my tree," that she was yelling at the cat, in quotes, which was nestled towards the back, obscured by all the branches. "I swear if you knock down my glass ornaments," Jacobelli tries a number of tactics to scare the animal out of her holiday tree, from brandishing a frying pan to squirting vinegar at it. However, she soon realizes that she's not dealing with a cat.
I'm like, okay, if you're in your tree squirting at something, you've got to see it's a black, masked face. How do you even think that for a cat?
She can be heard questioning herself, is it a cat? No, it's not a cat. What is that? She asks after catching a better glimpse of the furry critter, which she thinks then might be a squirrel. "You guys, I'm afraid," she tells the camera. That's when she decided to unleash her dog, which, according to National Lampoons, is the right move, right?
Right.
So dog's going to get to the bottom.
Oh, snot.
At which point, the raccoon ascends even further, and Jacobelli gets a clear view of what she's up against. For the next few moments, her terrified laughter is heard as the dog wrestles the raccoon to the ground, taking the Christmas tree down with it.
Oh, my.
The raccoon wasn't ready to leave. Instead of making a break for the door, the critter scrambles to the dining room, where it eventually starts swinging from the overhead light fixture like a circus act.
Awesome.
This has been going on since 4 a.m. It's now 5:15. She begins swatting the raccoon with a broom, hoping that it would scare it off towards the front door.
She's lucky she didn't get bit.
Right? Well, it says that the dog suffered minor scratches, but both animals are okay.
Okay, well, that's good. It's good the dog didn't kill the thing, and it's good that nobody got rabies.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Well, new video tonight of an unexpected visitor making itself right at home in a Florida woman's Christmas tree.
Yeah, the guest crawling through the doggy door, much to the surprise of the household dog.
There's a cat inside my Christmas tree. It's 4 in the morning, 4:15 in the morning. I hear a scuffle in through the doggy door. I don't know how the heck this just happened.
It was a rude awakening for Aubrey Jacobelli this morning. Her dog, Hookah, alerting her to an animal trying to make a new home in her Christmas tree. After several attempts to get the pest out, using a frying pan.
Go on. Dog is gone. Out of the tree. I swear if you knock down any of my glass ornaments, cat.
And a squirt bottle, she realizes it's not a cat.
Get! Is it a cat? No, it's not a cat. What is that? Is that a squirrel? No. What is that?
After a few minutes, Aubrey finally figures it out.
Oh, it's a raccoon.
Wow.
How do you not know? It's
see the tail.
ass is hanging out.
And her dog jumps into action.
see the tree.
With her tree on the ground, the raccoon scrambles out, looking for a new place to hide.
5 in the morning. These are all the ornaments that made it. There's my beautiful tree. There's the raccoon.
The thing is legit on the light.
There's the dog.
After 15 minutes hanging from a light fixture, Aubrey is able to knock it down with a broom and watch the animal finally scurry out of her home, leaving her with something she will never forget.
Now that it's not right there in that moment, it does seem kind of funny. It's probably going to get funnier the further away from it I get.
That's
them bulbs in break.
That's real life Christmas vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I can handle that. I would probably be freaking the fuck out.
That's why we need to get a BB gun.
Or something a little stronger.
I'm not killing it. I ain't get no fucking raccoon splatter all over the wall.
You know what? Fuck around and find out, raccoon. You're coming to the wrong house. Right?
Mm-hmm. Where's Eddie? He usually eats these things.
Oh, good girl. We got a couple more, but I will save those to the next episode. I think we've gone long enough.
All right, cool.
I think that this was fun. I'm glad to be back sitting with you.
Same.
No matter how many times I record without you, it's never quite the same as sitting here across looking at your beautiful face.
Oh, you're crazy. I haven't even showered today.
Well, we're about to go in the hot tub, so same.
Okay.
It's been another episode of the Hashtag No Offense Show. If you like what you hear, please come back and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. We're available on all of them, I promise you. If by some stroke of luck we are not, then please don't hesitate to reach out. I am the real Wutsky everywhere. This young lady is the Duchess Wutsky on Twitter. You can hit us at HTNOS on all the socials and slide in them DMs and be like, yo, man, I like this player and you're not there. What the fuck, homeboy? And I'll be like, I'll rectify that situation, player, and we'll have a little exchange and it'll be nice, and hopefully I'll leave you with a pleasant experience that you will tell all your friends about, and everyone will come back and subscribe to the Hashtag No Offense Show.
And we send you a sticker.
I'll do that too. Way to go, because I've been meaning for like 2 months to remind folks that if they actually do want stickers to hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to send them to you. I got creature stickers, got fucking pins. You know what? I left the pins in New Hampshire. I left those for the stream guests. I did keep a couple just to have for souvenirs, but yeah, I did. I took a lot of the promotional stuff to New Hampshire to leave for the stream. But I do have some creature stickers. I have some Inner Circle stickers, and I have some hashtag stickers. And speaking of the Inner Circle, also please visit InnerCirclePN.com. That's the squad we claim. That's all the shows that we've referenced on a weekly basis. That's just all our brothers in podcasting. I'm talking about Simmons and More podcasts. I'm talking about the Hood Diner. I'm talking about Shit Happens When You Party Naked, Failing Hollywood, and The Plunge. All fine programming, 2 enthusiastic thumbs up.
I have a sister in podcasting.
Who?
Christina.
She moonlights on that show.
Oh, she okay.
I'm on Party Naked more than she is at this point.
Okay.
But
it's very penis heavy.
I did enjoy seeing Christina and meeting the young
Evelyn.
She's not a princess. What's the child version of a lord or a lady?
I don't know.
The little Almy.
There you go.
She was cool.
The Duchess?
No, that's you.
Well, I know, but I think that's the version.
Now we're talking about versions. I don't know what's going on here. Let's get in the hot tub. We will be back soon. Not sure when, but probably with our kids and probably for something about New Year. So keep an eye out. And I want to have a cool thing. Like when DJ says dragging the table at the end, he says, keep on dragging.
I don't know ours, but keep on drinking because that's all we do.
Keep on drinking, motherfucker.
Wait a second.
What?
Go back. Why is that on my story? Lucas fucking did that. That's not okay.
Now you're outraged at what the kids fucking do.
Look what he did.
Now it's a thing. Now you're outraged because your face is on the fucking internet. Now it's a fucking thing.
That's terrible. What?
Go beat him.
That's worse than playing water slide with Riley. And then Riley sending me messages saying he beat me. And I'm like, that was my 5-year-old. And he's like, still smoked him.